Hello, TF-NAS Church family. Pastor Andy here. I just wanted to take a moment today to give you an update on some of the things that are happening in the life of our church. I learned yesterday that the Idaho South Central Health District made a decision to move our county into the orange level, the high-risk level, due to the rising cases of COVID-19 in our community and the ways in which that is impacting our local hospital. I was anticipating some of this, so the board and the staff and I have been talking about this and praying about what this might mean for our church. Through a lot of prayer and some guidance from God and some amazing unity that we've experienced as a staff and board, we've decided that over the next 2 weeks, we are going to be having virtual church at TF-NAS. That means that on October 11th and October 18th, we will not be meeting in person in our sanctuary or in our gym for our worship services. Now, we are going to be encouraging our life groups that feel healthy and well and can still practice social distancing and other safety protocols. We're going to be encouraging our life groups to continue to meet. You know, one other opportunity we have in this season is our life groups can meet in homes and can watch the worship services that are happening online together. Some of the guidelines that the health district have put out are encouraging groups to not get above that 50 number. Well, none of our life groups are over the 50 number in attendance, so those groups can continue to meet. And what a great way for us to worship God together in smaller groups that are feeling healthy and well and comfortable, to gather together, to pray together, to worship God together, to hear the message together. That's a little way that we can still stay connected over these next 2 weeks. I also want to encourage you to be praying during this time, because we don't know what's going to happen with the numbers and how things are going to go in the future. So be praying for your church staff. Be praying for your church board as we prepare to give you further updates in the next week and a half or so about what our next steps as a church will be. We want to rely on the Lord to be able to be as creative as we can be so that we can gather again after these 2 weeks are over in ways that will help keep everybody safe and keep everybody comfortable with coming to church. Also, as I told you last week, we have had some people in our church that have tested positive for COVID-19. I've been hearing some good reports of people getting well and getting over it, but we want to continue praying for people not only in our church, but also in our community that have been facing this virus. I want you to know how much we love you, how much we care about you. We believe that, as we've seen in the months before we started meeting in person again, that God can work in and through our lives in the church, but also outside the walls of the church. And we are thankful for the digital means we have to be able to communicate with our church family in this virtual capacity. We know that it's some people's, it's not their favorite way to do church, but for this season, for this time, over these next 2 weeks, we are believing that God is going to work powerfully even into our devices and our screens, as we share the gospel, as we share the love of Christ, as we worship God together. Know that we're going to continue praying for you, and we love you. Thanks for hearing this update.